very well-meaning people, friends and family and coaches even, they'll tell you, well, if you did your best, that's what matters. But the truth is, that's not good enough. That's not going to get you your dreams. That's not going to get you your big exit. It's not going to get you to the top of the mountain. You need something that is better than what your current best is.
Welcome, everybody, to the Chris Harder Show, where we are making you unapologetic about your pursuit of success, knowing that when good people like you make good money, they can then do great things. My name is Chris Harder, and several times per week, I will bring you epic guests, solo episodes, and every single tool, trick, and skill set you need to grow your business, grow your money mindset, and to grow your wealth to levels that you have never reached before. I've ended up in a unique place in life where I've got the experience, the connections, and all of the secrets that it takes to be successful. And I'm lifting the curtain to reveal it all to you in an effort to help put you in a position of abundance so great that you can then be as generous as possible. So let's lock arms and let's get started.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Chris Harder Show, where today I am grateful for always having that awareness to make family a priority. You can get really busy in life, right? Like we're all really busy, and you probably have really big dreams, or you wouldn't be listening to a podcast like this. And with big dreams come very big responsibilities and very big schedules and all that crazy stuff. But this week, we had to say goodbye to Lori's grandpa, who is in his last moments on hospice. And he's like a grandpa to me. You know, I've known him for 23 years, and he's an incredible guy. And so it really hit me when we were saying goodbye, and I realized that every summer we made it a priority to go all the way up to Marquette, Michigan, and spend a couple of days with him up there and take him out to dinner and, hang out with him during the day and take him on car rides as he was older. And just all of these things that would have been easy to skip over, say, oh, it's too far. It was too far out of the way. Oh, we're too busy. But to go all the way up there every single summer for, I can't even tell you how many summers in a row. I'm glad that we always knew to make those things a priority, because now we've got all these great memories with him. And if you're wondering, what in the world is this guy talking about? I start all my solo episodes with something I'm grateful for, because it's a way to lead by example and remind you that if you don't stop to take inventory for what you have, then it's like not even having it at all anyways. And that's what gratitude does. It makes you stop and say, wait a minute, I'm very grateful to have this moment. I'm very grateful to have this health. I'm very grateful to have this thing. I'm very grateful to have this experience. And it's really powerful. I don't care if you believe in, the universe delivering you things through manifestation, or whether you just believe in logic, that when you stop to take inventory of what you have, you realize that you have more than you thought. No matter which one of those two teams you're on, you can't deny the practice of gratitude. And that's why I always open my solo episodes with something I'm grateful for as a reminder to you, to hopefully inspire you to take a pause and write down or take inventory of the things that you are grateful for as well. Now, let's get into the episode. Something I'm grateful for is to have this very pragmatic view where I realize that my best effort isn't good enough. And this episode might rub a couple of you the wrong way. This might be one of those episodes where you disagree with what I say. It might be one of those episodes where this goes against what you've been taught or what everyone's told you. But if you're open to it, I really think that this is one of those episodes that could be incredibly valuable to you. This whole premise kind of was I was reminded by it when I read an email a couple days ago by Andy Frisella. Some of you may follow him, some of you don't. He's always got a very straightforward way of talking about things. And there's a quick little blurb in his email that said, your best effort isn't good enough. I don't care what anyone tells you. Your best effort isn't what's going to get you there. And this goes against everything we've been taught our whole life, right? Your kid growing up. Oh, don't worry, you tried your best. Or as an adult, start your first business or two. That doesn't work out. Oh, I'm proud of you, honey. You did your best. Like, Very well-meaning people, friends and family and coaches even, they'll tell you, well, if you did your best, that's what matters. But the truth is, that's not good enough. That's not going to get you your dreams. That's not going to get you your big exit. It's not going to get you to the top of the mountain. You need something that is better than what your current best is. Let's use Lori and I as some examples, because both Lori and I see eye to eye on this, that our best effort is not good enough. Lori, her company Glossy, after a few years, it's finally pivoted and launched and doing really well. But it's still not enough for her to have simply tried her best. There was a time in her journey where her best version of herself didn't know enough about packaging. Her best version of herself didn't have the right connections. Her best version of herself didn't know anything about logistics or marketing a physical product. There was a time where the best version of herself, right, trying her best, still wasn't good enough to hire the right people and to know when to move on from the wrong people. There was a consultant along the way that she paid $150,000 to and got absolutely nothing in return. She was doing her best. She made the best hire that she could, made the best decision that she could. She did what everyone said. Don't be afraid to spend the money on the professional advice. And poof, gone. Didn't work out. It was the wrong person. This is going to happen. But this is why we say your current best effort and your current best knowledge and your current best performance is not good enough to get to the top of the mountain if that's where you want to go, if you've got great big dreams. Let's use me, for example. Frollo. It has not been good enough for me to try my best. The best version of me didn't know enough about tech and still doesn't. My best efforts can't overcome what some of the efficiencies can create once I learn what those are. When the CFPB changed the interpretation of a law for the only other company out there doing what we were about to do just weeks before launch, when we were $3 million and 2 years in, ready to flip the switch on, and when they changed the interpretation of a law in peer-to-peer lending, and suddenly overnight we couldn't move forward, despite giving our best efforts and building the best platform possible. That best still wasn't good enough, was it? We had to find a pivot. And we've had to become better than we were in June when that happened to find this pivot. We've hired mentors to make us better. We've hired industry experts to give us better knowledge and better insights on potential pivots. And we've made a couple pivots, started to go down the road and realized, wait, that's still not the right way to go. And it's frustrating. And it burns time and it burns cash and it burns energy and it burns resources. Hell, it gave me a stroke in my optic nerve in September. But I tried my best. Was that good enough? Nope. You've got to become something better. I've got to become something better. Lori's got to become something better. And that's what Lori and I understand that a lot of other people don't. The person that I am now, with the knowledge that I am right now, and the connections that I have right now, and the ideas I have right now, still is not good enough to bring Frollo to the top of the mountain. But simultaneously, I also know that's where we're going. Simultaneously, I also know that with becoming better every single day than what my current best is, the accumulation of all of those new things is what will bring us across the finish line. It's not enough to do your best or to be your best. Your best must get better. That's the wake-up call of this whole episode. You must surround yourself with better people than you do today. You must surround yourself with better ideas than you do today. The people that got you here are very likely not the same people that can get you to the next level. Your best surroundings, your best coaches, your best everything right now is probably not good enough to get to those next several levels where you want to go. They've got to become better. and that makes you better. Your current capacity, no matter how hard you try within your current capacity, that best version of yourself is not going to be good enough. The capacity that got you here isn't anywhere near the capacity that you're going to need to get to where you want to go. The resilience that got you here is not resilient enough to get you where you want to go. You've got to become tougher than you are today to get to where you want to go. You've got to become a faster and better learner than you are today to get where you want to go. All of these things, becoming better at all these things, is a requirement, not a luxury. And anyone who tells you that doing your best is all that matters is simply trying to make you feel better about the situation you've ended up in today. And I'll take it a step further. Anyone that tells you that doing your best is all that matters, they may love you and they may mean well, but they've probably never built anything of significant size like you're trying to build. They say it from a place of love, but it's not doing you any favors. And that's the part you may not want to hear, but it's the truth. Your current best is nowhere near the best that it's going to require for you to achieve your wildest dreams, which you do deserve to achieve and you are capable of achieving. So no, your best effort isn't good enough. There are no rewards in business for giving your best effort. There are no rewards in business for persevering a lot unless you persevere all the way until you get across that finish line. That's the reality of the sport that you chose to play when you chose to get into entrepreneurship. Personally, I love it. I love a journey of growth. I love a journey of learning. I love a journey of growing who I'm surrounded by and learning new things from new people. It's an addiction. And that's how I know that Frello is going to be just fine. And that's how I know that Glossy is going to be an absolute smash hit. Because we know that our best is not the best that it's going to be tomorrow. And listen, I'd love to help you with this too. If you think in any way I can help you expand your capacity and your knowledge and give you new connections and, maybe there's people I know that would improve your circle, etc., I would love to coach with you. Some of you know that this year I got back to one-on-one coaching. It is freaking awesome. I love the few clients that I'm working with right now. I only take a couple, and it's only in person. That's my rule. When I was in Italy, my buddy Rob said, "Why don't you coach anymore?" I said, "I don't like being on Zoom." He said, "So don't. Make your own rules." And I made my own rules. I fly you on my dime in for as many afternoons as you would like, usually every 60 to 75 days. I fly you into Newport Beach here. We spend the afternoon working on what needs to be worked on, doing deep dives. You go back and you apply all of it for 60 to 75 days. You can text me, you can call me, whatever you need in between. And then you come back again. We roll up our sleeves again. You go back and you implement for 60, 75 days over and over and over again. If that sounds good to you, go fill out the application at chrisharder.me/coaching. Now you must have a business that's doing $250,000 a year or more to apply. But if that's you, then go to chrisharder.me.me/coaching. That's chrisharder.me/coaching. We'll take your current best and we'll turn it into something much better. All right, guys, thanks for listening. Love and appreciate you.
Thanks for listening. And if you loved this episode and know of someone else who is as successful as they are generous, please pass them on to me. It would mean the world to me if you help me get this cause and this message out to as many listeners as I can. So please, if you liked what you heard, it goes a long way if you take 30 seconds and leave me a 5-star review and share this with your friends. I'll be forever grateful. And until the next episode, cheers to your success.